Hi, this is Manto, and I'm back. And today I'm going to talk about HK Business 101 Day 2. Now, on day one, we talk about the very important thing. If business opportunity comes your way, what do you do? You have to look at first the location. Now, it doesn't matter what properties people offer you. Okay, whether it's a building or a piece of land, you always ask for the location and you look for the three things. What are they? Basically, the medical facilities, the amenities like shopping, food, and whatnot. And finally, of course, transport. So that was the first day of the session. Now, on today's session, okay, I will talk about something else, but you will realize I'm talking about business. Now, these are core things which I have accumulated over the years, including the yesterday's day one. And these are things that can be, they are the core things you do for HK business. I don't know about other businesses. Probably they're the same. Okay. But so today I'm going to talk about this part. Okay. This one is running at the bottom. 5 key sensory and visual impressions for potential clients. Okay. Now, these are things where we're talking about marketing tools, talking about sales tools. So this one will be very, very useful for people. Now, it applies to many other businesses as well. And of course, in my experience, I will talk about HCare. Okay, because it is about caring for people. People are going to pass you, not just buying a product for you for them to use, but they are going to give you their parents, okay, sometimes their mother, father, or their brothers or sisters, or some relatives whom they loved dearly, or their grandmother to us to take care. So they will use certain decision making, and of course they do the research online, how you phrase it so beautifully, and that's important. Then the next thing is the reality is this all by perception, the sensory and the visual, 5 key things they look for. So I'm going to help you to understand this one, so that the people who are in this industry will know how to make sure that this sensory and visual perceptions are met. Okay, you have your written marketing tools, you have the visits by the family members. So what do you do? See whether it matched or not, and you have to match it. Like it or not, you have to match it. So what are we talking about today then? Okay, so we are actually talking about the 5 core sensory perception. Okay, and afterward I'll type it out for you. I wish I forgot to type it out anyway. It is basically, the first thing is, okay, it looks clean, smell good, feel safe, staff happy, residents happy. Okay, these are the 5 things. I will type it out and put it there. If you don't mind, I will type it out now. Okay, so that you all will have an idea what are the 5 things I'm going to talk about. I just missed this banner. I realized I forgot something. I was typing all the banners and all the slides for you all. So it looks, okay. The word is one, looks clean. Okay, it looks clean. Let me see. Looks clean, feel safe, okay, smell good, staff happy, and residents happy. Now, these are the thing I want to talk about now. Okay, these are the 5 things. Okay, the 5 sensory perception that will make it cause people to make a decision are these 5: looks clean, feel safe, smell good, and staff happy, and residents happy. Okay? So this is the moment they walk in. These are the, without even you talking about it, without even realize, these are the things that actually hits their senses, whether the smell, their taste, their feel, or their visual, or what they hear. So here it goes. Okay, looks clean, feel safe, smell good, staff happy, and residents happy. Now, how do you come to this conclusion? Okay, the place looks clean, feels safe, smell good, staff happy, and residents happy. Now, this is a sensory and visual perception. Okay, this is what they see, and some people call it the moment of truth. So how to go about today, I actually am going to talk about standard operating procedures, the SOP, the things that written documents that was translated from the thoughts to paper to written words, and then of course to the next level, to the operational level and work level, and then to the sensory and perception level. So when people see and feel the place is clean, it's because we work backwards. Okay, so let's talk about the SOP first, the first level, the most important level, the SOP. The first level is written SOP, standard operating procedures. Okay, this is very important. Every home, every centers would have SOPs. I used to work in the hotel industries, and they will have like 8 SOPs. For housekeeping, for front of house, for finance, for purchasing, for food management, for what you call housekeeping, and maintenance. So they have a specific what you call SOP manual for each area, and that's how detailed they will be. And of course, they will have to translate it to the next work level. When I was working with the Pizza Hut in UK in the early 90s, they also have SOPs. They have only one SOP, two SOPs: the management SOP and the operations SOP. That means making of pizzas and running of the centers. So for aged care centers, they also have SOPs. I have written and designed many SOPs for very many different centers now. Of course, generally, 80% of the SOPs are the same, but it varies a little bit depending on the size. Okay, so let's say if you are 30 beta, 20 beta to 50 beta, as basic SOP with things that cover the medical, covers the housekeeping, covers the food, covers the maintenance and the cleanliness and all those things, and of course purchasing, and it will be fine. Just simple one. And sometimes they have crossover of staff doing the same job. But as you expand to be much bigger, you will have this thing called a real one head of department, head of medical, head of nursing, head of admin, head of housekeeping, and head of maintenance to do the job. So at the written level, it is all words. Okay, lots and lots and lots and lots of words. So the next thing, of course, my job in the operations, and of course in this kind of thing, is to translate what is written in words into workable form. You must remember that most people who work for in this industry won't even bother to read the SOP, and most homes who are running don't even have time to teach all the SOP in details. For example, okay, an SOP on visitors of a new client coming in. What do you do? So people come in, okay, they open the door. Of course, now with the pandemic, they will test the temperature. Then the next thing, what else do? We bring a wheelchair to the car to welcome the people. Then next thing, what you do? So these are the process, but we have to build it into the process of the daily work. And of course, it is translating written words into work, and that is where it forms that basic SOP and keep it running. So there are of course many stories I want to tell you about also, because I'm a storyteller, and there were people who come into the home, and the moment they walk in, wow, your place is very good lah. Wow, I can feel that I'm at peace, and they want to come in immediately. But now, of course, normally we still do the work process. We do the assessment first. Hey, not everybody can comes in here, because not everybody we can manage. Especially if that person is dementia. Okay, and we can't talk enough of dementia. But that will always be the main focus and main issue, challenge for all of us when it comes to dealing with that. So the SOP, okay, we have to be translated at the work level. So your people will be working actually based on an SOP. Now, why is it important? Okay, so we also measure the work they do based on a checklist, which is we extract from the SOP. Now, SOP has to be made simple. The written one is given, you must have it. But after that, You must translate into something very workable, very easy to manage into one line, okay, and put into a time frame. For example, I've translated a whole SOP into a 24-hour chart. Okay, in the 24-hour chart, I will have columns, of course. There will be things that will be done daily, weekly, and of course, monthly and quarterly. Okay, things that we done daily, like okay, checking on residents. Okay, at 6 o'clock, waking up residents, off the lights, change the things. All the details are there. Off the aircon, bathe them, check their body for wounds or any sores, any new development in the body. So we, and then of course after that, bring them out down for breakfast, feed them, check the vitals, check for the medicine. So it's detailed. It's an item by item for 24 hours. It's a running thing, 24 hours, pump, 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 pump thing. So you cannot run away from that. Okay. So I always tell people, no, you have to do that. Okay. Now, the next thing is, okay, the next thing very important is, of course, after you translate it, is make sure that everybody knows the SOP. Okay. And of course, you have to check on them. Now, if they do it well, when they do it well, let's say the housekeeper do their job well, and keep the place clean, and the staff do the place, keep the staff residents happy. Now, then the first well level is the written level. Then the second level, which I'm talking about, is the bringing SOP to life for work and operation. Then this is the second level where we put a day-to-day thing. And the final level, which we will look into, is where we have to build into, is this level. Okay, the final level is this: the sensory and visual impression. Now, people make a lot of decisions. Okay, all these things, a lot of decisions based on the sensory. When we buy cars, well, this car looks okay, beautiful, and then I hear my senses. I hear that the people giving good reviews about it, and my eyes, I read. There are many people giving a 4.5 out of 5 rating. That's good. And then when you feel the car and you close the door of the car, you go zoom and not bang. Wow, this car feels safe. Not like when you close the door of a Mercedes Benz and you close the door of a Proton. It's two different worlds. But again, of course, that's pricing issue. If you cannot afford a BMW, it doesn't matter what sound it gave, how safe it is, you cannot buy. Yet. So you have to save more money to do it. Okay. So here, I want you to look at the next level then. The fun part is, the next level is, of course, what the person who visit you says. So the sensory, your senses will pick up all these things, and how a staff behave, and how the residents behave, and how the place looks, depends on the working level of the SOP being implemented of the original first level SOP. So if we keep going and going and going, so if you do this well, okay, actually you don't really have to do much selling. This is actually selling your place, marketing your place. Now, very often I focus on this, and I focus on this particular area because it helps me to close a lot of deals. Um, Over the last few years, in fact, over the years, the homes that I have managed or started or consulted for achieve 100% within a few months. Why? Because I focus on the important things, getting the staff to be able to perform all this. So the people, when they come in and they see this. The place actually looks clean. Now, for example, one of the things I've implemented over the years is that we always have night cleaning. Okay, night time is the only time when you actually can clean the whole place for elderly care. Because daytime you can clean as much as you like, because people are moving. There are still people puking everywhere, peeing everywhere, and then they poo poo everywhere. They spill their food, whatever. It's going to be everywhere. It's a mess. So you can't run away from that. And because of that, you just have no choice but to do the what called operational maintenance cleaning during the day. But nighttime is where they do the major cleaning. So you clean everything, mop and clean once. Okay. And then what do you do next? Then you have the weekly. What do you check? One monthly. What do you check? Whether it's a high dusting, all these things. So you do the maintenance, and this is the secret of my success. Okay, this is I'm sharing with you my secret, Okay, things I've accumulated over the years, which I've learned from other mentors. Okay, my mentors are matrons from Asunta. In fact, two of them from Asuntas and other hospitals. So they in their training, they pass me and teach me how to do the SOP. My first SOP was guided by my nurse manager from Asunta. Okay, I didn't forget her. Her name is Casey Wong, and she's very tough. She is very tough. She's very meticulous, and you don't mess around with Asunta's matron. Okay, and they are one tough nut to crack. And they don't care whether you are the boss or not. They will fire you. In fact, the boss are afraid of them. But they do a good job, and they maintain the things that first thing first is when they are so well made, that your place looks clean. It really looks clean because this is the standard I expect of you. If you do the things that you do, make sure that in the day cleaning, these are the 5 things you need to clean. That's very good. Then you feel safe, and it smells good. Wow, that's very important. And the last most important is this is where the secret comes. When I walk to a place to do evaluation, there was one time I just walk in, and the staff from far just say, "Hello, sir." Now she doesn't know me, and this staff just say, "Hello, sir. How are you? What can we do for you?" Instead of looking at me and worry, okay, is this guy is going to check on us or what is he doing? Looking at me with suspicion. Now, I'm sure the staff who was happy at that particular place, are suspicious of me as well. But they're thinking, hey, maybe okay lah. Now this one, but because they are happy, I feel good. And then of course, then I look at the residents. Now, generally, old people are usually very unhappy people. Okay, you ask them, okay, lah, I'm looking here for that, and it doesn't matter, lah, this man not bad, lah. But generally, if the home is well run and well managed, the residents will be generally very happy. So you can see that in their face, even from far. Not when you're asking them and talking to them, only you smile. No, from far you can take a glance. They will smile. So these are the 5 things I look at a glance. In fact, at operational level, the moment I walk in, is the place, does it look clean? Does it feel safe? Is the door closed? Is the staff there? Do you think people can walk out or not? Does it smell good? Okay, smell urine or sometimes smell of stale food. And then smell of those we call bed sheets not washed. So then I think I look for whether see whether the staff is happy, and then see whether the residents are happy. Now, all these are achieved via level 2, bringing SOP to life at work. So you have assessment forms, you have the documentations, you have the process, people sign in, people come to work on time, and all those things. These are the little details that comes in that makes the difference between a center and a good center. Okay, so this is the difference. And of course, the last part, go back to the number 1, is this, the level 1 is the written SOP. So for you to be successful, you have to look at all this. From the top is the first level, written SOP, to the working level, and then to the sensory level. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I've shared with you the day 2 of the Agedcare Business 101. So these are my secrets. Okay, I'm sharing with you free of charge. Why? Because I hope that one day you will also run a better place, in fact, improve upon what I already done, or able to find a good place by looking at certain things, knowing what to look for. Most people knows what they're looking for, but I'm telling you, this is what you're looking for in orderly manner, in a plain manner. So with that, thank you very much. My name is Manto. Okay, and tomorrow will be the last day of my short course on Agedcare Business 101, and I will talk about the well-being. It's going to be very short. Okay, it's just going to talk about the well-being and of the elderly people, and what are the short way cut you can actually find out whether the person is good or happy or not. So with that, bye, have a good day, stay safe. You can watch this again and follow my channel, and then this link will be replayed again and again, so that people can continue to learn from here. I've learned a lot over my years from people who have helped me So I hope with this video, you too will help many other people. Bye.